champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Saturday night. It's game night here at the fabulous Viola Arena in beautiful Cardiff Bay. So without further ado, let's get out of our seats. Put your heads together for your team, the home team, your Peacocks, Cardiff Devils.
It might be a top versus bottom clash in this Elite League game, but if there's anything this league has shown us this season, is that anybody can beat anyone on their night. Milton Keynes have already taken 2 points out of the Viola Arena this season. Can they do it again? Ollie Hampson joined by Jamie Elson for this game, just waiting for Milton Keynes to join us on the ice as well. But that game back in November, that come from behind 3-2 overtime win, that's going to be on the minds of Milton Keynes right now.
Yeah, it's going to give you belief. They've been in this building in front of a big crowd. They're going to have to play that style of game again tonight where, they've got to be compact. They've got to give the Devils very limited grade A's, but take your opportunities when they come and ride your goalie. They got a guy they can ride. If he's big for them, who knows what will happen. But coming into this type of building and this sort of crowd and knowing that you get a result is huge. It's a mental barrier. You've done it before. The Devils, flip side, they know this team can get that job done in this building, so the Devils are wanting to put that right tonight.
Yeah, and with that win as well, does that sort of get rid of any risk of them underestimating their opponent because they know that they can do it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's one thing. From a coaching perspective, you never want you guys to take a team easy. And I think the one thing in the Elite League this year is that I think you can't write off any of these teams, and that's not being cliche. That's testament to how far the league's come in recent years, that there are no easy nights anymore. The days of sort of an Edinburgh, and knowing that you're going to rack up a double-figure score is kind of out the window now. And from a spectator point of view, that's brilliant. You want to pay your ticket money and you want to come and be entertained every night and know that you're going to get competitive hockey. And I think you can't write this team off. You can't write any team off in this league, and it's great for the product on the ice.
Exactly, and as you said, it really does add to that atmosphere in here as well, knowing that the Devils are out for revenge on home ice. We're going to duck out as the pre-game presentations go on, just hand it over to Todd Kelman, and then it'll be birthday girl Beth Millard to sing the Welsh national anthem.
'84 JCW Energy Service sponsored Mike Hedden. '85 Red Dragon Group sponsored Sean Benevolio. '88 Manning Mechanics sponsored Joey Martin. '91 Floor Furnishing sponsored Bryce Reddick. And give it up for tonight's mascot, Evie Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, your Peacocks, Cardiff Devils. Now tonight I'd like to welcome, representing our match night sponsor, Cardiff Met, I'd like to welcome Stuart and Maria to the ice, along with both captains to center ice for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. A huge thank you to Cardiff Met for their support all season long as our education partner, and especially for tonight's match night sponsorship. Now I'd like you all to be upstanding and join Beth Millard in the singing of the Welsh national anthem.
My hinward van hat I glad by the cantorion erwogion o free. I good all the felwyn glad
Well, it's a packed building here in the Viola Arena in Cardiff Bay, and Block 12, the away block's fairly full with Milton Keynes Lightning fans. They always travel very well. It's always good to see the away team get that level of support.
Yeah, I think, you know, they've built a good franchise there. You know, obviously, they've had success in the EPL days and they've come up, but to see, you know, obviously the team struggling at the bottom of the table, and, you know, I was reading this week that they had 1,700 people there for a game last week or the week before, which is their highest home crowd. You know, to get that this late on in the year is a testament to, like, they've got a strong fan base, and, you know, to see a good, 100 odd fans maybe here tonight still supporting the team. For the guys on the ice, you know, that's got to boost you. That's got to kind of give you that extra motivation that you want to go those extra miles for these guys that made their effort to get down here tonight.
One team are looking to keep their title hopes alive in the Cardiff Devils, looking for that elusive three-peat, whilst the others, Milton Keynes, just looking to stay alive in a playoff battle with an outside chance. Which one's going to keep their dreams alive tonight as we're underway here in the Viola Arena as Milton Keynes win the opening face-off. Pass up to Balageron. Under pressure there from Fournier, does well to turn that one over, but Milton Keynes will recover there with number 19, George Golovkos, back from international duty with the Latvian national team. Sian catches an edge there, but keeps the puck. Good work from him, back behind the net to Golovkos.
And it'll be interesting to see here how Milton Keynes approach the game, because, you know, you often see, you know, lower end teams, smaller budget teams come in and they kind of want to play very safe and not really chase the game too much. But the one thing that, since Wallace took over with the coaching, the one thing that they kind of openly said, and you've seen them, that they wanted to get after teams, they wanted to get on the forecheck, they wanted to chase teams and close time and space. And for me, you know, it's bold, but we've seen it from them.
Livingston takes a drive there, good leg save there from Patrick Lean. I'm sure that's not the last that we're going to be saying his name on this stream. He's been excellent all season long for Milton Keynes. Very strong start for the visitors as well. Devils not having too many opportunities to get out their zone as Reddick's under pressure there from Cole Shudra.
And this is what we're saying, Milton Keynes have really forced in on the forecheck already. Then they're certainly not easing off, they're certainly not going to sit back. They're coming after the Devils, they're sending two guys on the forecheck. They're going to try and really play up tempo and take time away, make them have to earn everything.
Good stick lift there, stopping the Devils, but Dixon picks that puck up behind the net as the Devils defense are going for a change, again some fresh legs on the ice. Back around by Mark Lewis, only as far as Josh Batch, who plays it back behind the net. Hit attempt there from Tim Wallace. Mazanek just holding up Langley. Mazanek does very well there to recover the puck, but can't get it out the zone. Devils keep possession. Sam Duggan just chipping that down to Stephen Dixon. Dixon just buying some time for himself. Lewis winds up, takes the shots off a body out in front. That's Tim Wallace.
Tim Wallace is struggling, he's been on, it's a long shift for him. Now they've got caught in the D zone, he can't change.
And there's the goal there, the opening one of the game. Great pressure from the Cardiff Devils early on, and it's going to be Stephen Dixon on the back door, just taps that one past Patrick Killeen.
And that's exactly what the Devils want. They want to get one early on this goalie, on this team. Don't want him hanging around there, long period of pressure. It's tough on a team when you get camped in. Saw it, they were looking a bit ragged in the D zone, and that's where the Devils are dominant. They're great on the cycle, great in the ozone control. When you get a team worn down, the Devils get dangerous. It's kind of been their go-to the last couple of years, but certainly late in the shift against a team like that, and that's where you get success.
Dixon's 15th of the year puts the Devils ahead, but Cole Schroeder straight back to work for Milton Keynes. Fournier skates away with it now. Got ahead of steam. We've seen what he can do. Just tries to play that one back to Haddad. Myers collects. Over to Pope. Pope down low. Chance there as that one just evaded everybody and landed the other side of the blue paint, but the Devils keep the puck here now. Fournier with a shot, and that's stopped there from Colleen. Devils doing very well on the forecheck again. Colleen just pokes that one away, and Milton Keynes will elect to play that one back as they try and just get out of their zone here.
It's actually a pretty smart play. Owen Griffiths going back. Bought themselves some time. They managed to get out with a bit of control. I think in the D zone, Milton Keynes, though, we're talking about them taking time and space away on the forecheck. In the D zone, they are sitting a little bit more. And the Devils isn't a team you really want to sit around and watch them play the O-zone time with.
Hedden trying to find Bentivoglio out in front. Andrew Lord has juggled his lines a little bit tonight. Down to Joey Martin. Martin back to Reddick's shot, just rising there. Nothing to trouble Colleen too much for the Devils. Hungry on the offensive pressure here now. Martin just does well just to dance his way through and keeps that one in at the blue line. Schistel down to Bentivoglio. Martin can't collect him. James Griffin under pressure there, turns it over, out in front to Martin. Great leg save there for Patrick Colleen. The Devils are still hungry on the puck, and Milton Keynes managed to recover that one.
The early signs in the D zone from Milton Keynes don't look good, if I'm honest. They're really playing it man on man in that zone, and against a team like the Devils, for me personally, I think that's dangerous. Oh! And that's a hell of a play from behind the goal line.
Fantastic pass out in front. It's going to be Robbie Balageron getting a goal. He got the first one for Milton Keynes the last time he was here, but it's all tied up 5 minutes in.
We'll see it on the replay. That's a great play from behind the goal line. They were battling hard, but they made it look like they were going to come out one. They made it look like they were going to come out one side. Ben Bounce was expecting them, and the little slip back door finish into an open net. Just what they needed, to be honest, because they've been on the back foot for a couple of minutes here. But going back to what we're saying in the D zone, really struggling in the D zone a little bit. The man on man, I think the Devils' O-zone cycle and control is just so good that when you go man on man, as soon as there's one breakdown, it basically leaves someone wide open, and we just saw that just before Milton Keynes came down and scored.
Fine, just forces the turnover there. Milton Keynes straight back to work, putting that one on bounce, but does well to stop that one. It's a fantastic pass from Golovkos on the goal, I believe. Livingston over to Lewis, winds up shot that's deflected into the corner, and Milton Keynes will recover that one. Only as far as Batch though. Moorbeck gets it back there, but great work from Batch to recognize that one and stop that from going through, as David Norris is held up behind the net. The Devils will break out their zone, or will they? Golovkos. Fantastic pass again, and Milton Keynes is very, very dangerous after that goal. Armstrong now out in front, Bounds, very aggressive. Closes the angle down. See him with a shot, and Bounds will cover that one up, but a great response by Milton Keynes.
Yeah, just what they needed. Going forward, they look dangerous. I mean, the Devils won't want to give up odd man rushes. You know, you talk about it all the time. You don't want to give up odd man rushes. Certainly against a lower placed team, you know, going to play off the rush a bit. But it was a quick 3-on-2. But actually, Josh Batch, like you said, recognized, made a good play, broke it up. But offensively, Milton Keynes look good. They're going to want to play as many minutes as possible. Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty there.
Golovkos on the puck now, trying to walk it into the middle. Shot coming in. Golovkos again can't quite get that one on net. Just a bad angle opportunity, but Golovkos been a bright spark for Milton Keynes early in this game, much like his last visit. Here's another shot comes in from Milton Keynes, and the Devils crucially get that one out the zone.
They're just outworking the Devils in their offensive zone right now, and I don't think the Devils will be happy with that. You know, there's 2 shifts in a row there. They just got completely outworked in their D zone. Milton Keynes was just first through every puck.
Armstrong just dumps that one in. Milton Keynes go for a change. Good response from them since going a goal behind. Tied up. It's a one apiece here now as Schistel just moves his way in, puts that one on net, but can't quite direct it to anyone. A deflection out in front from Joey Haddad. Does very well to recover as well and keep the puck with himself. Cross ice to Schistel. Great work there from Owen Griffiths to strip the man of the puck there. There's 3 red jerseys straight away on him, and Milton Keynes couldn't quite get that one out the zone. Griffiths again, active stick. He's had a very, very good start to this game as Owen Griffiths, but Devils keep it in the zone here now. Myers down to Haddad, plays that one back around the boards to Matt Pope. Pope over to Reddick, winds up, takes a shot, slight deflection out in front, but that's not gonna trouble Patrick Killeen too much.
And this is what we're talking about. Just look how much time each player of the Devils have in the O-zone. Milton Keynes they've obviously talked about it. You know, down some bodies. They haven't got a deep lineup. So part of it's energy. You know, you want to reserve some energy. You don't want to be charging around. But the Devils have just got so much time. Every time they cycle the puck, every time they make a pass, they've got so much time right now. And for me, I think that's a dangerous way to approach it. The Devils team offensively, you know, arguably be the most offensive team in the league. You don't want to give the guys that much time, and yeah, it's tough. You're trying to find a balance between, you know, a little bit of energy conservation and a little bit of, you know, where'd you go hard, where'd you go soft. But I think they'll be looking at it right now in that D zone. They're struggling, and then the other thing is, you know, they had 2 or 3 chances to clear the blue line, turnover at the blue. Those are the sort of things that are going to bite them if they continue those.
Sounds simple, but high and off the glass is usually the best way out. But with the way the Milton Keynes have been offensively, very aggressive on the forecheck, very aggressive whenever they have the puck in the Devils zone. Is this a case of they want to try and get another one early just to try and save some energy?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you don't want to be chasing the game when you've got a small bench and you're on the road. The one thing you don't want to be, you want to be in a game. You don't want to have to open up and really go after it. So they'll want it a nice tight game. But yeah, for me personally, I think they'll want to close time and space a little bit more here, like this now. Make the Devils work for possession, make it work on the cycle, and that's exactly what they did there. Closed a little bit quicker, played a bit harder, forced a turnover. That's where they want to get on the offense then.
Benevolio just giving Tim Wallace a bit of trouble there, but Milton Keynes keep the puck. It's Michael Fine now. He's got Norris behind the net, tries to find it, but that's going to ring all the way back around to the player coach Wallace, who keeps that in the zone. Smart play here from Milton Keynes. Looking dangerous, over to Cian. Shot there deflected away from Mike Hedden.
Great shot block by Hedden. I mean, that's what you ask you guys to do. Get in the shooting lanes, block shots, and that's just perfect example of what the Devils are about.
There's a bit of off the play there. It's James Griffin just dumping his man after he put that one into the net. It looks like there is going to be a penalty on the play. Whether or not it's Sugo or just Griffin will have a look. Not sure whether or not the camera actually picked that one up or not.
Yeah, the guys are going to the bench for a change. We'll have a little look on the replay, see whether we picked it up. Yeah, not really sure. Players are going towards the benches for changes. Griffin certainly finished a hit on someone. I'm not sure if it was Bentivolio or Hedden, but just caused a little bit of commotion there at the benches as both teams are trying to get those line changes. But going back to the D zone, the Devils are so good at shot blocking, so good. Definitely, by head and shoulders, the best team in the league in terms of those details over the last couple of years. You ask you guys to get in those lanes, block shots. It's small details. It's stuff that guys don't always, you know, the average fan doesn't always notice. But, you know, when we talk about Milton Keynes there, offensively they look strong. They have 30-odd seconds of ozone time. A guy just does a job like that, gets you into the neutral zone, ends that bit of pressure.
And after all that, it will actually be a Cardiff Devils power play, one of the best power plays in the league, around 26%. It's even better at home as well. And I think it was Benevoda who was involved. So if we have another angle of that, we might have another look to see what exactly happened on that. But the Devils will go to work, and it's very aggressive already on the forecheck by Tim Wallace, doing something that we usually see Matthew Myers and Jake Morissette do. Very aggressive on the forecheck, not giving the Devils any time to get out their zone. But now they do get across that blue line with Hedden. Puts that into the feet of one of the Milton Keynes defenders. They keep that alive. Mazanak beats Langley to the puck there, but can't get out the zone. Out in front to Hedden. Tries to drop that one back, but it could be a 3-on-2 here for Milton Keynes. Short-handed break. Norris into the feet of Richardson. Still Norris. Trouble in for bounds there, but does very well to kick that one out. Great penalty kill, though, for Milton Keynes.
Yeah, and you've got to give him credit. That's what we're talking about. They're not going to sit back on the penalty kill. They're really getting down ice. They really want to force, and that's what Tim Wallace has talked about since he took over, that they want to go after teams. They want to close down. They want to be a bit more physical. And I'd like to see a bit more of that in the defensive zone, because they're really giving the Devils some issues.
Martin, just a few moves there, and Colleen out to challenge him, does very well to stop that one. That could have been a highlight reel goal there for Joey Martin. That's nothing that you wouldn't expect from him, though.
That is Joey Martin all over, especially on the power play. This is where Joey Martin really comes into his own.
Tip there from Matthew Myers, just into the corner, and the Devils with 27 seconds of the man advantage to work with. Back to Fournier, over to Martin. Shot from Pope, looking for a deflection. Think he may have got one there from Benevolio, but not sure if Colleen got a piece of that one. It's down to Fournier with 15 seconds left on the power play. Shot there, out of play, and Milton Keynes will get a whistle, but positionally looking solid on the penalty kill.
Yeah, you know, the Devils the power play is obviously second in the league for a reason. You know, they've got great guys for the special teams. Up top then, Fawns, Pope, Martin, they look so dangerous moving the puck. I thought that was a wide open tap in for Benty. Be interesting to see whether the goalie got a piece of that one.
First warning on the face-off to the Devils. We finally get it clean out. Devils 10 seconds left to work with. Richardson down to Morris. He's got a man backdoor out in front. Colleen does very well to get there. There's a bit of a cross-check there to James Livingston. See if anything's going to be called on that one, but 2 seconds left on the power play. Milton Keynes survived this one by the looks of it.
Yeah, the referees, I don't think are going to call anything there. Livingstone had a little poke at the rebound, which you want him to do. D-main clearing out. That's kind of what you want to see net front. You want to see forwards battling for pucks, and you want to see D-main clearing out.
Richardson, as Milton Keynes return to full strength in now, 1-for-1 on the penalty kill in this game right now. The Devils still on possession. Livingston just using that big frame of him to try and go around a guy, and great work there from Griffin, who's fresh out the box to poke that one away and force the Devils to regroup. Livingston again winds up, takes the shot. Great little toe drag before that shot as well. Ulmer now out in front, looking just to play that off a body and maybe trickle that past Patrick Colleen. That's exactly how they scored their first one the last time Milton Keynes were in town. But for the Lightning, you mentioned it earlier, Jamie, the positioning 5-on-5 defensively maybe needs a bit of improvement.
Yeah, I think maybe just a shift before the penalty there. They look like they went a little bit harder, but yeah, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. Coaches, when like you said, it's a top versus bottom game, and your lineup's a bit down. But I think it's dangerous playing into the Devils' hands a little bit, giving them too much time in the O-zone.
Golovkos, very nice work there to Valdic, trying to go there. There's a goal. Robbie Balagian with a second there. Fantastic work from Milton Keynes. Great pass from Golovkos down to Michael Fine, I believe, and then Balagian with his second of the night.
The one thing Milton Keynes are going to do is they're going to commit guys into the rush when you get going. Look at this. They got 4 guys in the O-zone. They got 3 guys going to the net. So somewhere coming out of their zone, somebody, probably one of the D-men's, jumped pretty early and beat someone from the Devils up the ice. So, you don't want to have odd mans coming up the ice. You got to at least have even numbers. So the one thing Milton Keynes, you got to get, when you get a chance to play offense, you want to capitalize. You want an odd man. You want D-men jumping in. You want options coming in late. And so far, they've had 2 or 3 of those. That's not the first one. So a warning sign for the Devils a little bit. I'm sure they'll be looking at some of the replays on some of those breakdowns. But already, I think that's a shot to them across the bow that you can't take this team lightly.
So it's 2-1 to Milton Keynes just over midway in this first period. Great work on that goal by Golovkos again, just to beat the man to the puck. He's got bags of speed as the Latvian international, but Milton Keynes come the other way with speed. It's Norris out in front to Armstrong, bounces very well, just playing sweeper to try and get that one away. Dixon just high and off the glass and out. Cian does very well to put his body in the way of Langley. And ahead of speed there, could have been in on a breakaway, and good glove there from Norris to keep that one out. But Wallace very clever to wait at the blue line to allow for the play to get back on side. Milton Keynes very aggressive on the forecheck as Cian just pinches in down low, keeps that one on a Milton Keynes stick.
Yeah, and I'd say they're outworking the Devils, if I'm honest right now. You said there how aggressive they were. The D-man came all the way down the wall, keep that play alive. This is more like it in the D zone now. Look how quick. They were much quicker there. 2 guys to the puck as well. Outnumbered the Devils quickly.
Heading, great move there. He's got a man in the middle, but just mishandles, and Griffin's first one on the puck there. It's great for him to bank that off the boards and pick that up himself as he's back on the puck now is Mike Hedden. He's got Reddick open on the right, but he's got a man down low. Couldn't quite collect that one. It's Golovkos again, the speedy Latvian. Crosses the blue line. He's dumping out in the corner, sending someone in to chase it. Bit of a collision there, nothing being called as Griffin and Martin came together, and Golovkos with an important stick there to stop anything from happening.
And he looks like a guy who's enjoying playing hockey in Cardiff. On his last visit here, he did a hell of a job. Take the team to OT and then get the game winner, and he seems just as up for it again tonight.
So just laid a big hit there on Andreas Valdix, who just got an assist on the goal to put Milton Keynes 2-1 up, 6:20 to go in the first period. Cardiff Devils trail right now. Matthew Myers picking up the puck with speed. Trying to dance his way into the zone, but it's good work from Milton Keynes to put their sticks in the lanes to stop that one, but Devils just go offside.
Yeah, looking at the Devils lineup, what you were saying about the change in the lineup's interesting. Myers, Haddad, Pope as a line, and that's a big body line. What the thought process between putting those three together, whether it's a real full-check unit that's going to get in and play hard, especially against a team that's down on numbers, and you kind of want to be physical and take that energy out of them.
Devils win the face-off, picked it up with Lewis, who's just going to dump that one in and chase his own puck there. He's a big hit behind the goal line on Trevor Mooreback, but has to get back now. Good stick there from Matt Pope to break that one up. Takes a shot, just trying to handcuff Patrick Killeen, but does well. I think he got a blocker on that one. Another shot deflected away by a stick from Milton Keynes. Here come Milton Keynes now. Griffiths trying to find the man streaking down the middle. Great work to stop up and just get past Josh Batch there. Griffiths had a very, very good start to this game, and there's going to be a whistle for high stick.
And again, for a split second, Milton Keynes created a 2-on-1 there. Griffiths saw him, was trying to get the puck through, but away from the puck right now, the Devils are getting beat. They're getting beat driving through the neutral. They're getting beat driving to the net. Really got to be careful. Milton Keynes, like you said, they're committing early. The guys are reading the play off the puck really well. They're jumping hard. The Devils are going to have to be way more alert to that. You just can't give up those kind of odd mans. That's just too easy.
Fournier just with a headman pass there. Ulmer just deflects that one. No icing on the play. Livingston finishes his hit on Griffin as Morissette tries to keep that one on a Devil's stick. And as the battle down low as Fournier comes away with the puck, but Morissette just plays that, thinking there was a man on the other side. Fournier having a great shift here now. Ulmer keeps that in at the blue line. Over to Richardson, who's got Fournier. Takes a shot, blocked there from James Griffin. Important block, but Fournier somehow manages to keep that one alive for the Devils as another shot comes in, deflected out in front, but Killeen just swallows that one up.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Livingston since the Devils picked him up. I've seen him a few times, and each time I've seen him, I've been more impressed. Feel like he's getting better, but I feel like he just fits into the Devils lineup perfectly. You know, he's a pretty big body with a decent skill set, but you saw it there, and he gets in on the forecheck. He's going to finish hits. Then he's the guy at the net, screening, looking for those tips, looking for those rebounds. I think that's been a huge pickup. Kind of gone quiet under the radar a little bit, but I think it's, in terms of what the Devils need, adding that depth, adding that guy to the style of play they already have and they succeed so well at. Really impressed with him. So far, he's had a great start tonight. He's been very physical on the forecheck.
And the Devils have been ramping up the physicality ever since going 2-1 down in here, 4:28 to go in the first period as they just chip that one into the zone. Head and collected. He's got Martin in the middle. Down in the corner now, still with Mike Head, and just rings that around the board for Bendevoglio to chase. Martin will collect that one, trying to put that in the middle, but Mooreback just puts his stick in away. Well-read play there, again from one of the Milton Keynes defenders.
And that's just too easy. That was just way too easy. That was a puck thrown to the middle.
Golovkos, great drop pass there for Blajon. Good stick work from Fournier to break that one up, but he's got a head of steam. Gets a bit of a hook there, but nothing's going to be called here. Gets across the blue line, but Milton Keynes did very well to shadow him, to stop him from having any chance of pulling off one of his highlight reel goals that we've seen several times.
Yeah, we've seen that rush a few times this year. When he gets going, he's hard to stop. You know, there's not many guys who skate as well as him, forward or D-man.
Dixon just trying to find Sam Duggan, that was out in front, but just puts it the wrong side for him. Back down to Duggan, who's been promoted up the lineup to play right wing with Stephen Dixon in centre and Charles Langley on the left wing. Interesting move there from Andrew Lord, but Devils still with possession here now. Milton Keynes doing their best to get that out the zone. Very smart pass there from number 12, Nelson Armstrong, just to get that line change going for Milton Keynes.
Yeah, the way the lineup spread certainly gives it a feel of a much more even lineup. You know, they're trying to find a bit more balance. I would say they're trying to really spread their depth and their experience across all the lines. So you haven't really got that 1-2, you've kind of got 4 straight, and that's probably the fact that you're playing this team back to back and they're not deep. They're really thinking about grinding them down over 2 periods.
Wallace just dances around his men out in front of bounds. Fantastic goal there for the player coach Tim Wallace. Just dances round 2, backhands that pass, Ben Bounds. 3-1 Milton Keynes.
You know, we've talked about it. This team offensively are going to be dangerous. They're certainly taking their chance. The player coach, great move. You got to feel the Devils are fishing for the puck a bit though. On him, I think he's on his own. He hasn't got any support. Someone's just got to stand him up, play him strong, but you got to give him credit. That's a hell of a move and a hell of a finish, and that's a guy with NHL experience, and you see his quality come through there when he gets an opportunity.
So it's 3-1 to Milton Keynes. Just having a few issues with the scoreboard at the moment. Showing 4:13 remaining at the moment, but whether or not that's going to tick down a little bit, I believe that might be wrong. As soon as we get an up-to-date time remaining, we'll let you know, but it is 3-1 to the Milton Keynes Lightning, and that's not the start to this game that Cardiff would want.
I mean, they won't be happy at all with the goals they've given up. When they get into the period break and they look back at those goals on the video, they certainly won't be happy. They've still got some time here to pull something back before the break. They've had enough offensive opportunities. But you've got to say Milton Keynes, they've capitalized on the chances they've had. They've taken their chances.
No icing on the play there when the linesman believing that Mazenet could have maybe played that one. There's 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Milton Keynes Lightning 3, Cardiff Devils 1. Devils on the puck right now with Mark Richardson in their own zone. Passes across the Fournier, just hesitates slightly, allows it Troy Mann to get open, but Benevodio taking a shot, and good stick there from Nelson Armstrong just to take away any power from that shot.
Yeah, you know, the one thing the Devils are going to get, they know they're going to get offense. They've created a lot this period. As this game goes on and the Milton Keynes lineup obviously gets tired, they're going to create, but it'll be interesting because we've talked about it. This goalie's had him in an extremely great season here. The games in Cardiff already stood on his head, and so far this period, he looks like he's continuing that form. So that's going to be an interesting battle. If they can really find this guy in form, Milton Keynes are going to be excited about already having 3 on the scoreboard.
Shot tipped there, just tipped wide of the net as we're entering the final minute of the first period here. And once again, it's Golovkov slows up, takes a bit of a tumble, catches an edge slightly, but that was dangerous again for Milton Keynes. Golovkov's been fantastic all first period as Martin out in front. Great block there from Morbeck, and Patrick Colleen just dives on the loose puck.
Yeah, quick 3-on-2 for the Devils, that one. That's the one thing that suddenly Milton Keynes are going to want to be wary of. We talked about it with the Devils, but when the Milton Keynes do get into the offensive zone, you certainly don't want to be giving odd mans going the other way. The Devils are so dangerous. Obviously, they got guys who are tired. It's hard at the back check.
1 minute 10 remaining in the opening period. Now 3-1 to Milton Keynes, having a few issues with the scoreboard, so we will get that updated as soon as we can as another shot comes in. Easy glove save there for Patrick Colleen. But Jamie, 3-1 late in the first period. Milton Keynes, short bench like you said. They're going to be happy with this, just be able to play that defensive game going forward now, trying to stop the Devils from getting back into this.
Yeah, you know, the one thing they don't want to do, anytime you're the away team, the one thing you don't want to do is have to really open up your game. But certainly, coming in down the lineup, knowing you're in for a battle of a night. You know, you really want to either be tight like they were last time, or even leading, and then you can dictate how you want to play a bit more.
Pass out in front there by Joey Haddad, trying to find Stephen Dixon, couldn't quite deflect that one, goal bound. This Langley now plays that into the corner. Cian in a battle with Haddad, big hit from Joey Haddad just to put Cian on the ice there. As another hit comes in on the other side, speculative effort. There's a shot there. Devils very hungry on the forecheck here, trying to get something late in the first period. 30 seconds to go in the opening period here. Reddick does very well to cut that one out, but Devils a little bit too slow to get out their own zone. Doesn't allow for any attack to really materialize now as the seconds are ticking down in this opening period, and it looks so it is going to end up Milton Keynes 3, Cardiff Devils 1.
Yeah, Joey Haddad getting bumped up the lineup a little bit there to play with Longley and Dixon, and looked a little bit like the Joey Haddad of pre-injury there. You're in on the forecheck, looking strong, and Andrew Lord trying to get a little bit more out of Haddad. Now he's back in the lineup, throwing him up. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that in the next break. Maybe those lines that they've kind of started with changing, but certainly from the Devils' point of view, I don't think they'll be happy, obviously, going in down, but the types of goals you gave away, they'll be really disappointed against any team, let alone a team that you're coming in that you know it's a top versus bottom. That's how they're going to play hockey. You know that coming in. You know they're going to commit guys off the rush. You just can't give up that number of odd man rushes and expect to get away with it.
And we're back here on IceTime.TV with some highlights of that very impressive first period, Jamie Elson.
Yeah, the Devils started strong. You're going to see it in the first couple of clips. You know, the first 4 or 5 minutes, they have complete control, complete ozone domination. You've seen here, they're getting into their ozone cycle. Milton Keynes giving them way too much time, and you could just sense the goal was coming. And a great shot, little pop out here by Sam Duggan. Good to see him getting a bit more responsibility up the lineup. Net front presence, it's hard for the goaltender. Rebound, and you felt like number 2 was going to come. But this is the goal, this is the equalizer. We've only got the one angle here, the slow-mo, but this is a play. On his knees, he's falling, he changes his hands. See how he slid his hands down the stick so he can make that play? Everyone's facing the puck. Bouncy's expecting it to come around the other side. Short side, it's a tough play, but that's an unbelievable play. You've got to give him credit.
Yeah, you can see it as well there. The bounce didn't know that was past him until it already was. He makes a good save there. But I feel as though I didn't give that pass enough justice on the actual live stream. That's a fantastic pass from Golovkos.
Yeah, he's having an unbelievable first period. Like we said, he's kind of started where he finished off here in that last game. You know, that's an unbelievable, that's a highlight reel play. He creates a goal from nothing. But you see the Devils, they had some bounce back. The power play was strong. Had some good opportunities on that Martin, Bentivolio, Pope line on the power play. But this is the goal. They got caught out up front. A turnover puck. They commit men to the rush. They got 4 guys on the rush against 2, then 3. And it ends up a 3-on-1 against the D-man. And it's a smart play by Valdix. He's more of a disher than he is a scorer, so he's good on the puck. He's going to put other guys around him into the play. But yeah, it's a great pass, a great finish, but it ends up as a 3-on-1. And that's just because the Devils had guys committed up front.
It was a fantastic bit of work as well by Golovkos again, just to actually set that play up. And like you said, great finish from Roddy Bayazaron for his second, and then this is Wallace.
And this is the third goal. And the one thing you'll see on the slow-mo here, like the Devils will want to do better, but watch Wallace. He sticks his right foot out. He knows the pressure's coming, just protects the puck. He knows that dive's coming, and that's just enough to sort of starve off Mark Lewis's stick, and then that's an unbelievable finish under pressure.
Yeah, just very smart play there from the player coach, and potential for goal of the week already, and also with Golovkos, potential for assist of the week. Just a fantastic first period for the Milton Keynes Lightning. What do they need to do now coming into this second period? Obviously, like you've mentioned, short bench, the energy levels, they need to try and preserve them, especially going into tomorrow night against the Devils as well. But coming out in this second period, what do they need to do?
I'm sure the message will be more of the same. They don't get into the mentality of trying to defend a 3-1 lead, because the Devils are so dangerous. You've seen it here, even going back to last weekend, when they want to ramp up a few notches and if they have to chase a game, they've got it in the tank, you know that. So you don't want to give them extra momentum that they're already going to create anyway. So get on the front foot, keep playing, keep shutting down, keep forward checking, because they had some more chances. They could have quite easily scored more than 3 in that period. So I think the message will be more of the same, but in particular, like we alluded, the second period's tough. It's a long change to the bench, so if you do get those shifts or you get camped in your D zone, it's tough to get certainly the D-men changed to the bench. So they'll be saying, let's get out of the D zone quick, let's try and close, let's just try and make sure those turnovers that we sort of saw, they trim that out the game. Let's get out, let's keep everybody involved in the game, let's keep those shifts short. If they do that and they get the goaltending, then they're going to make it tough. But from the Devils' point of view, they want to do the flip side. They want to hem them in. They want to get into those ozone cycles. They were far too rushed throwing pucks to the middle when passes and opportunities weren't there. Just go through the motions, drag some of those shifts out 30, 40, 50 seconds of ozone, and that's when they're really going to dominate.
And we're back underway here now as the Devils win the opening faceoff, but it is Milton Keynes on the puck early on. Martin just plays that back to Gleason Fournier in their own zone. Richardson now. Devils looking to come out here strong because Milton Keynes had a very impressive first period there as Sejan under a bit of pressure spins away from Joey Martin. Very impressive play. He's had a very good first period as well as that high pass couldn't quite find Balagian. And the Devils will dump that in. Benevolio chasing it, puts a hit on. Comes off a bit worse for wear after the hit himself there. Trying to go in on Nelson Armstrong. He's going to skate very slowly to the bench here. A bit of a worrying sign there for the Devils.
Yeah, that didn't look good. He came in hard. The Devils came out physical on the first shift. Came in hard, but he came up second best there. I think definitely some contact his head against the glass there.
Milton Keynes trying to get out their zone, but just play that into the feet of James Livingston. Over to Reddick now. Back to Drew Schisto. He's got a bit of speed there. Just dumps that in the corner. Livingston's going to chase that one in under a lot of pressure. Great work again by Sejan. One of the defensive standouts in this game so far for Milton Keynes as the Devils try and get that one loose on the boards here. But there's a couple of white jerseys there as well trying to get their stick on it. Devils do get that one. It's Livingston again. He's been all over the ice. Out in the middle to Morissette. Shot there. Nothing to trouble Patrick Colleen though.
But defensively, like you said, the first couple of shifts, they're under pressure. Same as the first period. You know the Devils are going to come out hard, but they've done a good job. The D-men were smart. They made some clever plays there just to get themselves out of trouble. But going forward then, they've got to do more with the puck. They were throwing just a few across the neutral zone, and they just come right back at you. They've got to get pucks in deep. They want to play offensive hockey. They want to get those line changes. You don't want to play D-zone after D-zone. It's tiring, especially with the short bench. But a more promising start than the second period for them, than the first here in the second. The Devils are looking a lot more physical, trying to get on the body.
As you see there with Stephen Dixon going for a hit, but Tim Wallace, he's got one already, finds a man outside, shot there, bar down. David Norris puts the exclamation point on this game for Milton Keynes, and early in the second, it's 4-1.
And Tim Wallace is leading, player coach, he is leading by example. But again, quickly, 3 guys into the rush, quickly they had a 3-on-2. The trailer. The Devils do back check and kind of make it to a 3-on-3, but, again, as soon as there's an outlet and they see they've got a chance to rush the puck, you've got to give the guys away from the puck credit. You've got to give the D-men credit. Guys are switched on. They're alert. They're looking for those opportunities to go. And the Devils, they won't be happy because the chances they're given are just too easy, really, if we're honest.
Every time Milton Keynes go forward, they look very dangerous. And like you said, Tim Wallace leading by example. A goal and an assist now, but the Devils are on the attack. Straight after conceding, Myers plays that around for Matt Pope. Pope down to Richardson. Body right there on him already, though. Myers, great work to get that pass to Haddad, who's just twisting around, snaking around down that goal line as he always does, but couldn't find Pope, who was under pressure from Radek Meadle there. The hit comes in a bit off the play. Haddad poked away there.
And you kind of feel this is why this line's been put together. This is Devils hockey. It's big bodies, it's ozone control, and it does lots of things. It tires the team down, but also it's low risk. The Devils have got great control down low. You're not giving Milton Keynes those chances on the rush.
Heading just with a wind-up shot there, just goes wide of the cage after a turnover. This is a much better offensive shift for the Cardiff Devils, but credit to Milton Keynes staying with it defensively. Haddad again now A lot of tired legs for that. Trying to go for a change, but gets that back from Reddick. Some of these Lightning players have been out here for quite some time as they turn the puck over now.
This is where it's dangerous now. They've ground them down, grind them down. They've managed to get a line change. And now Milton Keynes have got a unit that's tired.
Once again, it's an easy glove save for Patrick Colleen. Comes out to the edge of that blue paint. Very aggressive work from him there to close down any angles.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good. I mean, the Devils will be far happier with that shift. That's what they're going to want to do. It's about grinding them down, shift after shift. But that's to, after all that work at the end there, they get a chance. They've kind of got a bit of a mismatch on the lines, and then they fire a puck in with no net front screen or anything. It was a bit of an easy whistle for Milton Keynes. They'll be happy to see the goalie glove that one.
Milton Keynes do get that out the zone now, but they have just gone for a line change. There's going to be a lot of guys getting a lot of ice time for the Lightning as their short bench. Livingston now tries to put that on net out in front, and someone has just run into Patrick Colleen. There is a whistle now. It looks as though there's a battle out in front between Morissette and a Lightning player that collide with Patrick Colleen.
Yeah, there was a Devils forward driving the net. I think the D-man just coming back, trying to box out. Nothing really in that, but that's what the Devils have got to do. You've got to go to the net hard, especially when you've got a big goalie in form. You've got to go to the net hard. You've got to make it awkward on him for seeing pucks, but you want to see your forwards getting in there, and then those collisions and things with your goalie are going to happen. Yeah, it's accidental. You don't want to see anything deliberate, but you want to make it. You want the guy unsettled in there a little bit because he is standing on his head right now. He's seeing everything. He looks more than comfortable, but the Devils are going to get to the net, and they've got to make stuff way harder on him.
And importantly, Colleen looks absolutely okay after that collision. He's still in the game, straight back up on his feet, just as our cameras panned away there. But Milton Keynes take an icing call after that lengthy whistle. They did get a bit of a rest, but for the Devils, with the fact that the Lightning have got 4 defensemen, then they've also got one guy as a forward playing defenseman tonight. Getting icing calls, getting that zone time, tiring out those legs for guys who are putting in some long shifts is crucial, especially with a 4-1 scoreline.
Yeah, it's tough when you're down. I mean, to be honest, I don't think they'll mind taking a few icings at times because you get to breathe. Okay, you can't change your line, but you can just slow the game tempo down a little bit and give those guys a breather. But their centermen are going to have an important job here because they're going to need to win some defensive draws here because at times they are going to have to ice those pucks. But at 4-1, you can control the game, you can play the way you want to. If guys do get tired and you want to slow it down and you want to stop forechecking as hard, you can. And they're in a perfect situation for being on the road short right now.
Lightning with a turnover there. It's Golovkos on the right-hand side trying to dance around, put a bit of a spin there, drops back to Balajian, gets bumped there, and he is down after taking that shot. He's very slow to get up, but the puck's gone the other way. Play continues. Out in front, shot there, and there's a goal by Joey Martin. Tim Wallace is incensed, thinking there should have been a whistle, but if this stands, it's going to be 4-2 with a goal there by number 88.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay on that one. Milton Keynes understandably are incensed right now. There was a big hit, they had a guy down. They were hoping there was going to be a whistle because it looked like it was a head injury. But the referees are standing their ground. They're saying they're happy for play to go on. The other end, Devils get a huge goal back. The one thing Milton Keynes have got to do, you got to keep your composure. I don't think they're going to get anywhere with the arguing.
It looks though this might be reviewed for the hit. As you can see on the replay, Balajian takes a big bump here from Bentavolio. Very slow to get up there, but the play did continue. And the goal was scored whilst the referees, neither of them have blown that play dead. But with this now, is it a case of they're looking to see if there's anything in relation to the goal, or is this more just for the actual hit?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'm not really sure what they are allowed and not allowed to review. But in terms of the goal seemed like we've seen the replay here. You can see that they're zoomed into the zone. I guess looking at the replay, it looks like contact with the goalie maybe is what they're reviewing. It looks like from above you can see what we're seeing here. That looks like, I guess they're reviewing whether or not there's something in the crease, but it's hard to tell obviously from up here.
So it looks as though the hit to Balajian's got nothing to do with this actual review. As you see there, takes a bump from Benevodio. He was very slow to get up. In fact, he wasn't on his feet until after the goal was scored. So it does look as though it is whether or not there's any contact with Patrick Killeen. But like you said, composure's key now for Milton Keynes. Tim Wallace, after that goal went in, was straight off the bench, screaming at the referee. But is this a case now that if this goal does stand, it is a 4-2 game? Yes, they'll feel a bit aggrieved by it, but they just have to keep their heads and keep their composure.
Yeah, I think, you know, Tim Wallace is the coach who's coming off the bench. I think they were upset by the fact that obviously they had a player down hurt.
And the goal's given. You look, there is a man out in front heading very close to Patrick Killeen. But it looks as though they're ruling it as incidental contact, and that Joey Martin goal will stand. Milton Keynes feeling a bit aggrieved, and I think very rightly so after that. But it is a 4-2 game. Bit of a break there for the Devils. Unlucky bounce for Milton Keynes though.
Yeah, I mean, they were obviously reviewing it for the goalie contact. It looked like there was a little bit of contact, but like you said, was it deliberate? Was it the D-man? But the referees had a good look at it. I think Tim Wallace is more arguing about the fact that they had a player down that seemed like it was an injury to the head. So that's what they were more concerned about, and I think that's what they're arguing about. But you know, to be fair, the referees, the officials were right there. They saw the hit from pretty close in. They're not going to get it back, so what they've got to do is just, they've got to stay in the game, stay focused.
Wallace is still wanting an explanation. Very unhappy about that. I don't think he cared about whether or not there was contact with Patrick Killeen, but he is furious with Dean Smith right now. We're back underway here now. 4-2 game. The Devils win the opening face-off, and Milton Keynes goes straight back to work after that turnover. Michael Fine under pressure from Matt Pope. And that's just dumped in the zone there by David Norris, the goal scorer of goal number 4 for Milton Keynes. And Wallace looking very aggressive, and quite rightly so. He's very riled up. Seeing back to Wallace, gets a bit of a bump there from Matt Pope. Maybe the Devils are going to try and capitalize on whether or not Wallace is playing on emotions right now.
Yeah, you know, the one thing we've said is he's probably been their best player right now, and he's certainly leading from the front, so you can't lose your cool. You kind of want to take that emotion, but at the same time, he's got to keep playing the game the right way.
The Devils with the turnover there. Haddad slows up, just fans on the pass though, under a lot of pressure. Defensively, Milton Keynes very strong right now. Griffin over to Martin, takes a shot right into the path of Patrick Killeen, just stands his ground there.
And that's what we're talking about. There was a bit of a breakdown there. Milton Keynes give up a 2-on-1. The Devils are on the front foot. Joey Haddad battling on the wall. Joey Haddad's been great. We're seeing him back in the lineup, but he looks like he's back fully fit, because right now, for me, he's looked like the guy who's creating everything for the Devils. When he's on the ice, the Devils are playing ozone hockey. And I wouldn't be surprised if they really lean on Haddad playing a few more minutes down the stretch here.
Shot coming in there from Fournier, saved easily by Patrick Killeen. Devils going to work, big hit coming in. The Lightning fans very happy with that. There's a bit of a hit to the head there. It's getting very feisty here in the Viola Arena. The Devils force another turnover out in front to Fournier. Killeen's down, that's in the net. 4-3, Sean Benevodio with the final touch on that one. And it's 4-3, and the Lightning very unhappy again.
Devils on the ascendancy right now, on the front foot. Milton Keynes just got out-battled in front of the net, really. What it comes down to, the Devils look hungry. Scrambled. Milton Keynes had some chances to clear that puck, but the Devils just look hungry, and you can just sense the change in the momentum of 4-1 down Milton Keynes. Tails were up, but that second goal was a big turner. The emotions into the game. The Devils now right back in it. Milton Keynes have just got to settle down and get back into the way they were playing, because right now they're understandably upset.
It was announced as well that review was actually a coach's challenge. So Milton Keynes have actually lost their time out here. As both coaches getting a bit of a talking to by Dean Smith, whether or not they're trying to get everything settled down. I'm not too sure. Andrew Lord's looking furious, despite a 4-3 scoreline now.
I think the Devils may be upset that they really want to put the foot down and up the ante, and they want the speed of the game. They want the stoppages to be short. They want to get to face-off dots and play fast. But all these kind of talks with Wallace and the officials going to the bench, it kind of plays into Milton Keynes' hands. You know, they want to take the tempo out the game. They want to give their guys extra room. So all those little just gamesmanship almost a little bit. The Devils will want to play a fast hockey game right now. They don't want stoppages. They don't want long delays, especially now they're on the front foot.
Very aggressive in the corner again by the Devils, but Milton Keynes, especially with Ivan Cian, doing fantastic work to stop any rush there as Armstrong's under pressure, can't get that out the zone. Ulmer just gathers that one. There's a bit of a bump on Cian. The Lightning will recover. There's a man loose there. It's Golovkos. He's on his own. It's a 1-on-2. Gets past Schistel, tries to find the trailing man. There was no one there, and that comes out the zone. But Golovkos, credit to him, after what's happened over the last couple of minutes, still playing his own game.
Yeah, Schistel played him well, though. He's obviously dangerous. He's confident on the puck. The one thing they don't want to do is give him too much time, but he was on his own. I think Schistel read that, so he came across and they really kind of 2-on-1 him. Gave him no real room to do anything.
There's an icing call with 12:37 to go. It's 4-3 now in favor of the Milton Keynes Lightning. Very eventful first period and an even more eventful second period.
Well, I think, you know, getting a bit of a replay of last Saturday's game here, you know, where you probably wouldn't expect the scoreline to be up as it was last Saturday, and the same again here, you know, already 7 goals. We're not even halfway through the game.
Shot there, saved by Bounds, and the Devils can break the other way, but it's just too far ahead of Charles Langley as James Livingston's taken up that right wing slot on that top line now. I've seen Sam Duggan started the game there. Now it's Livingston as the Lightning force a turnover. It's Mazanek on the puck now, walking to the middle, shot deflected off the leg of Bryce Reddick there. And Milton Keynes, good response shift here now, but Mazanek was just going for a change, and that's played out of the zone, and now the Devils get a lucky break there.
Oh. And the Devils are forcing, they might get offensive turnover here, but Griffin does well, gets it out. Milton Keynes are just trying to roll through their roster pretty quick here. Obviously, you know, short bench, they're trying their best to get good changes, but with that, they're not really just getting that kind of concerted ozone time that they had in the first period. We saw them have a few shifts where they really kind of held pucks. The Devils really just right on the front foot here, but Milton Keynes have settled it down the last shift or two here a little bit. Good to see Bentivolio back out.
Face-off violation against Joey Martin. There's been a couple of them tonight as he's asking for an explanation from linesman James Irons. Puck won cleanly there by the Devils. Back to Fournier. He's just going to ring that round the boards. He had Radek Meadle, very aggressive, closing him down on the point there. Fournier gets that again. Sticked down by Owen Griffiths. He's had a fantastic game as Owen Griffiths, the young Welshman, former Devil himself. Now with the Lightning doing very well, leading their British core in points now as he's on the puck again. Plays that back down to his defenseman. Return to Griffiths. Great work to get past his man there. Just dancing his way through the neutral zone across the blue line. Across the middle. Looking for a return past the Griffiths again, but just takes an accidental high sticking call there. And it is going to be a Cardiff Devils power play.
Yeah, and that third line for Milton Keynes is doing a good job. You know, obviously 2 young guys with Griffiths and with Shooter on there, but they're having a tough time because obviously they're getting matched up against, you know, them being a 3-line role and the Devils being 4 lines, and the, you know, Devils getting the last change. They're having to play a lot of hockey against the Devils' top units, and so that's a tough ask for him. But you know, to be fair to him and Shooter, they play with a ton of confidence, and you just saw Owen Griffiths exit the zone there, come to the neutral zone. Unfortunate penalty at the end. Accidental high stick, but Devils power play now. They'll be looking to tie this game.
Milton Keynes did very well on that first penalty kill attempt. Let's see how they do now as the Devils win the face-off. Myers takes one of his trademark tumbles on the ice there as that puck comes in. Out in front, shot there. Just over the bar there. Troubling for the Devils. Very aggressive already. And Milton Keynes very physical on the penalty kill. A couple of hits coming in against Myers and Pope, but the Devils keep it in the zone here now. Martin drops that back before, and his shot blocked by the stick of David Norris, one of the goal scorers of Milton Keynes tonight. Martin back down to Myers. Martin's at it again. He'll walk into the middle, plays it to Pope. Pope winds up, shot save there from Patrick Lean. Very good push as well to glove that one down at the back door.
But aggressive penalty kill by Milton Keynes, like you said. They're not sitting in there and just holding the middle. They're getting out. The D-men are finishing hits. You see on the replay here, they're getting out to the puck. You've got to be careful. You've got to pick your moments when to chase her. You can't just be kamikaze out trying to finish everything. But to be fair to them, they're trying to force the Devils. They're trying to take time away. They're trying to be tough on them down low. It does mean the Devils are going to get some chances, but if they get chances from that location, they'll be happy because Killeen's up to those. It's the stuff right down in front they're going to want to take away. But again, look, they're getting into the corner. If they got a sniff, they can go and get a puck. They're going to commit guys to the corner and battle.
And it's working well for them. They can't quite get that out the zone there, but again, very aggressive along the boards. Devils just about keep possession there, but Griffin out in front ahead, and then Lightning will clear the puck out of the zone. 45 seconds left on the power play, and again, aggressive on the penalty kill, impressive on the penalty kill.
And they'll be happy to get the change because that's the only thing. When you're killing and you're playing quite up-tempo, aggressive like that, it is tiring. So you don't want to be stuck in there for maybe a minute. You kind of want to take your chance to clear a puck, change a line. Well, they might get a break here, though.
Wallace just going to slow things down a little bit. There was a potential break there, but dances through the neutral zone. Balagion plays that back there, but the Devils will pick that up with 10 seconds left on the power play. Langley going to dance around, backhands that one off the post, I think that might have been. For the Lightning with another successful penalty kill. Tim Wallace going to be very happy with his special teams tonight. Morris set with a head of steam there, trying to find a way through, but fans on the attempt. Does very well to stick there. Haddad can't quite get that one. Maybe wanted to look short side instead, though, because that was open for him. But the Devils aggressive down low again here now. Haddad out in front of Richardson. Shot there. It's all tied up. Mark Richardson. And it's a 4-all game.
Milton Keynes are looking tired now, and the Devils are just starting to dominate down low. This is where they're strong. Great jump in by Richie, though. Comes in from the blue line, down the middle, finds a pocket. A little bit of a lack of coverage. Should have been someone on him, but the Devils got the momentum. Milton Keynes are starting to look a bit tired already, and this is where, for them, they've got to stay with the game. They've got to keep things simple. When the Devils in this type of rampant form, you just feel like every shift there's going to be something coming. But who would have thought 4-4 just over halfway through already?
Another fantastic goal-scoring game. Great if you're a fan of goals, not so much if you're a fan of goaltending, though. Much like it was last week against the Coventry Blaze. But it was a play of Lane Ulmer as well, off the puck, out in front of Patrick Killeen, just disrupting his movement there, just with a bit of a distraction play. That's what the Devils have needed a bit more of, that net front presence tonight.
Joey Haddad's just having a great game, you know, and there's obviously been a huge loss to the Devils where he's been out for this stretch, but you know, the Devils have got on with it and put a stretch together. But to get a Joey Haddad, a fully flying Joey Haddad back at this time of the year is obviously huge. Just so hard to play against, and when you've got a team where you're dominating ozone a little bit, that's exactly what you want. A big body just controlling the puck, making the D-men really work.
Fournier back down to that, under pressure behind the net there. There is going to be a penalty on the play against Milton Keynes. It's going to be another power play. It's a holding call against Ivan Sejan there. Just a little bit too long, pinning Haddad up behind the net there.
And this is just Joey Haddad. This is why over the last couple of years he's been the best power forward in the league. Probably the best puck protection guy in the league. He just gets in there, gets the body in the way. He's a big, strong guy, but he's clever at how he maneuvers his body, and then does that extra little clutch by the D-man, draws a penalty, and you feel like, though they've killed off two, this is a huge kill now because the momentum of the game's completely changed.
Again, another face-off violation against the Cardiff Devils. We've had a few of them tonight, but Milton Keynes win that one. It's going to slow things up behind their net, but can't get out the zone. Crucial now for the Devils. Milton Keynes been very impressive on the penalty kill so far. That trickles its way through, finds its way through to Kaleem, just kicks that one away, but Milton Keynes will recover and just about get that out the zone, but not too far as the Devils are quick on the puck again. Fournier in his own zone, but Griffiths very high up on the forecheck, trying to stop anything from really developing, but Fournier dancing his way through right into the logo there of Patrick Kaleem. But that's just a glimpse of what Gleason Fournier can do.
Yeah, like you said, the Milton Keynes PK, they're really high up on the forecheck. Here you see Owen Griffiths. I think they really know the Devils like to run that drop pass on the breakout, so that they're going to let someone like Fournier carry a little bit, but what they don't want to do is obviously then guys coming underneath with speed. So they're trying to get down there and force those plays around the Devils' goal line. But Kaleem looks strong when he's seeing pucks.
Pope now into the skates there of Joey Martin, finds it back to Gleason Fournier. Martin again is going to play 1-2 there as a shot very wide of the target, and good battle there from, I believe that was Tim Wallace, and Milton Keynes are coming the other way now with Owen Griffiths. Got Maznik back for his support, but he's just going to hold that one up, ride the hit, just buys a few seconds there. 54 seconds left off the power play. Martin across the line now, just waiting for that line change to finish to try and get set up now. Heading on the left-hand side, he's got Dixon in the middle, Langley down behind the goal line, goes to Langley. Over to Martin, shot there from Schistel, wide of the target, heading with another chance. Kick save there from Patrick Lean, and crucial stick positioning from Michael Fine to stop that one. But that's a fortuitous bounce there for David Norris, but he can't make it count. But here's another turnover, Michael Fine to David Norris. Bounce just about makes a save there. So unfortunate for Milton Keynes. They've been excellent on the penalty kill all night long, but that pass just into the skates of David Norris. If that's on his stick though, Jamie, that's probably another go-ahead goal.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the penalty kill, to be fair. But you've just seen again, even short-handed, they committed 3 guys. When they get a sniff that they're going to get some offense, they want to take their chances, they want to get after it. So you can't switch off, and it's tough on the power play. You're obviously thinking offense, 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 but this is a team that you definitely can't switch off against. But impressive to see, you've got to give Owen Griffiths credit. He's a young lad, obviously first year Elite League. They're starting him on the penalty kill with Wallace on every kill he started. And they're giving him a lot of responsibility there, and he's doing it. Him and Wallace are doing a great job on the kill as the first pair.
A couple of shots there, just troubling Patrick Lean, but luckily for him, nothing on net there as the Devils are in the ascendancy right now. Well kept in at the blue line there for Matthew Myers, who's seen a lot of increase in ice time tonight compared to his usual. His Batch is going to ring that one around. Armstrong can't quite stop that one. Pass there to Myers, just a little bit behind him, and the lightning break now with Golovkov is going to dump that one in. Be chased into the corner by Batch. Finishes his hit on Mark Lewis, and Batch gives him a shove for good measure as they manage to get away with it there as Livingston across the red line into the offensive zone, trying to dance around. Morbeck does very well to get past him. Still with the puck is Livingston. Impressive shift for him. Held up there from Mazanek. The fans want to call, but nothing for the referees. There's a shot attempt from Fournier. Can't quite get enough on it.
And Livingston, we touched on him in the first period. He's having a great game. He's playing that big body style like we talked about with Joey Haddad. He's holding up pucks. He's a big body. He's strong on it, so it's hard for D-men to get the puck off him. And to be honest, I thought that was maybe more of a hold than the penalty they called against MK on the last penalty, but they got away with it.
Langley doing his best there in the corner just to try and keep possession, but Milton Keynes will be thankful for that one as that's not out the zone again. They're trying to play it high and off the glass, but the Devils are closing it down when they can. Milton Keynes struggling to get over that red line as the Devils come again. Drop pass ahead and shot coming in off the stick.
Oh, they got all bang going the other way.
And there's a 3-on-1 developing unless Heading can get back, but Radek Meadle just goes offside. It was him and Shudra on an odd man rush lucky break there for the Devils, because every time MK come with that odd man rush, they're looking dangerous, and they've had a few that way tonight.
You know, and the Devils are looking dangerous going forward, and like we talked with MK, you know, they committed 4 guys to the rush there, which was great. But then the decision making's got to be good. So you can't give a turnover, you can't give anything sloppy or 50-50 when you got guys committed, and certainly D-men jumping up. And like you said, Milton Keynes, they're smart, they're switched on, they know when there's an opportunity. If the Devils control the puck in the O-zone and really hold on to the puck, they're creating a ton of offense. But when they're trying to rush a few things or kind of make that killer pass a bit too soon, Milton Keynes like this. Milton Keynes are turning over pucks, and that's where they get their offense from. They're going to go on the power play here as well.
Yeah, Joey Haddad's going to be called here, but it will be an opportunity for MK to cycle back. They'll just be happy just to get a bit of a break for the power play unit, but Devils will touch that one. It's going to be a hooking call against Joey Haddad, and Milton Keynes on the power play now. It's a 4-4 game. They've been impressive, even shorthanded, nearly had a chance to go ahead, but it's a great opportunity for Tim Wallace's men.
Yeah, and the power play's actually been pretty decent this year. I think they're fourth in the stats out of the 11 teams. They've actually had some success, and you know, they're probably going to heavily rely on one unit. But yeah, you know, over the course of the year, we've seen them on the power play. When you got guys like Valdex who can control, you know, he had great success as a control guy on the power play in Sheffield. He was really dangerous, and you're seeing him out there now. We'll see what they bring against the Devils PK.
Wallace over to Valdex. Valdex trying to just put that one on net, looking for a tip, and Bounds will clear that one out the zone. But it's a crucial face-off win from Andreas Valdex to set up that play. He's been great in the dots all night, and that's very crucial now with a tied score late in the second period, just to try and get one, just to change that team talk a little bit in favor of MK in the period break.
Yeah, if they could get one on the power play now and just get into the break still in the lead, I think they'd be happy enough with that. But the one thing at least it's doing, it's just, well, the Devils had some momentum now. It kind of just breaks up that momentum late in the period. It gives them an opportunity. It's almost like a bit of a refresh for them.
Valdex on the puck here now. Another crucial win to set up this play. Shot coming in straight through on net, and it's a 5-4 game in favor of Milton Keynes. Lethal shot there by Andreas Valdex, and Milton Keynes take the lead once again.
Yeah, we just talked about him. He's so dangerous on the power play. Cuts off the wall. They had a great net front. They made it hard on Bouncy to see the puck, but cuts off the wall. Sees he's got a screen, but that's a great shot. Manages to get the puck between the screen, the goalie, and the far post there. That's a great power play attempt. They'll be thrilled. 2.5 minutes. They'll really want to go into the break here, 1 up.
And we said just moments ago, though, is there a goal for Milton Keynes just to change the team talk slightly? 2:31 to go in the second period, and they do get that goal. 5-4. It's been a thrilling game, but for anyone watching this one, who would have thought it would be this scoreline?
Yeah, we sort of said last Saturday that, you know, it was a bit of a crazy game with that scoreline, a 6-5 game, but we're going to be into those realms in this game the way it's going. It's turning into a bit of a shootout. But going into the break, the one thing, Wallace, you know, you're coming in against a top-of-the-table team, your special teams have to be good, and he'll be thrilled because his penalty kill's been excellent, and his power play have had one look and scored straight away.
Forney being chased into the corner there, just about comes away with it. Under a lot of pressure from Radek Meadle. The Devils just about get that one over the line, and Sean Benevolio and Mike Hedden trying to go in on a 2-on-1, just a little bit too eager on that left-hand side of Benevolio. Just plays the puck away from the linesman's. Interesting there, but that puck's going to go all the way back to the Devils' defensive zone, because that's where the pass was played from initially. So big break for Milton Keynes, 1:51 to go. They've been dangerous over the last couple of minutes. Could be another one in this one.
And Tim Wallace won't be happy with that either. You know, you just kind of break momentum. You take the lead on the power play again, and then on the very next shift, you kind of have 4 guys chasing the puck, and they give up a long 2-on-1, just too easy. He'll be saying to his guys now that they want to get out of the period with the lead, and certainly the one thing they don't want to do is take a penalty.
Which they just have, as it's going to be Mazanek going to the box. Mark Lewis wanted to have a few words with him. I'm sure they'd be friendly words, but you look here now, Jake Morrison just gets hit from behind there, and it will be a Devils opportunity to tie this one up late in the second period. 5-4. Well, this period's got everything you could want apart from a fight, maybe.
Well, Mark Lewis is going in there and obviously letting him know what he thinks of that. It's a hit on the captain, on one of the smaller guys, but Mark Lewis is smart. He knows they got a power play. He wouldn't want to go in there and obviously lose the opportunity, but at the same time, he's doing what he has to do as one of the bigger guys on the team. He's letting them know that they don't want to see that kind of stuff against their skill guys.
So it's the Devils on the power play for the remainder of the second period, unless they can grab one to tie it up at 5 here. Matt Pope down low. Back to Pope. He's got Fournier on the point. Elects to go back down to Benevolio. Played across Ulmer out in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. But it is Fournier on the puck now. Over to Pope once more. Shot out in front and saved there from Patrick Colleen. That was between the legs of Lane Ulmer when he gloved that one down. Very aggressive, coming out to challenge the shot, but great save.
That's a great little play. Just those redirects are hard, for the goalie. When it's close in and you don't quite get full vision on the puck and it's a sudden redirect like that, it's a smart play by the Devils. That's tough. It's a big save. But what Milton Keynes are up against is Mazanek has possibly been one of their best penalty kill guys. He's been aggressive. He's been the guy down low, really clearing that front, being physical. So it's tough to be on the kill when you're short. But obviously when one of your top killers is in the bin, it's tough as well.
Again, Owen Griffiths very aggressive on this forecheck despite being a man down. Very aggressive, hounding Joey Martin, but they managed to get it through. Pass across there. Crucial stick from Owen Griffiths to stop that one from going into an empty cage. Could have been all tied up if it wasn't for Griffiths, but it's still an opportunity. Milton Keynes clear it, but incredible penalty kill for them tonight.
And, we've raved about Owen Griffiths and Tim Wallace, but again, they start the penalty kill together. That's a great job because that was a tic-tac-toe play from the Devils. It was perfect. You probably couldn't have drawn that up any better if you wanted to, but Owen Griffiths with a last ditch, just getting the tip of the blade in, and that certainly denies an equalizing goal.
And especially given what the situation with Milton Keynes is right now, still mathematically able to make the playoffs, but very unlikely, it would seem. No disrespect intended to them for that though. But for Tim Wallace to see a guy like Owen Griffiths in a close game like this against one of the title contenders, that's got to be positive for him going into next season as well, seeing that he's got a young guy like that as well, buying in that much.
Yeah, that's what we talked about at the start of the game. Yeah, they're in a tough spot. They're adrift in last place, and there's some distractions off the ice that you don't want to see, but what Tim Wallace is getting, he's getting a group of guys that are committed to the cause, and that's all you can ask for. You want the guys who are dressing on game night to turn up and give it everything. And certainly young guys like Griffiths, like Shudra, you're seeing them committed to the cause. They're playing great hockey here tonight.
Shot there just off the stick of Patrick Colleen and out of play. 12 seconds left in this second period. 5-4 in favor of MK, and there is going to be a power play still for the Cardiff Devils. Can they use it now to try and tie this one up late and really change the momentum of this game going into the third period? MK win the face-off, just hold that up, send that all the way down the ice, and that is going to tick the seconds away here in this second period. Milton Keynes Lightning 5, Cardiff Devils 4 with 20 minutes to play in. Jamie, Tim Wallace, he's quite right to be unhappy about some things that have happened on the ice, but in terms of what's up on the scoreboard right now, he's going to be delighted.
Yeah, coming in your pre-game, if you'd said to him after 2 periods you'll be leading by a goal, they would have bitten your hand off and said we'll 100% take that. But you're seeing him on the ice, he wants to kind of discuss with the officials again. The officials are kind of waving him away. I'm not really sure what the rules are about it's hard with the coaches' discussion with the refs, but he's obviously upset by that second goal. It was a real turning point of 4-1. Their tails were up, and there was 2 things on the play. There was the hit originally with left their guy, so they wanted a whistle because they had a guy who was down with potential head injury, and then obviously we saw on the review that they felt there was contact with the goalie as well. But to fair to the officials, they get the chance. They've got the replay system. They took a look. They are happy that the contact wasn't enough to wave the goal off. I think maybe Wallace is still talking about the fact that they weren't really happy with the hit, but we talked about it. Unfortunately, the goal got the Devils going again, and at the same time, MK lost their heads for 5-6 minutes, and they kind of got running around a little bit, and they felt a bit aggrieved, and it let the Devils back in the game, you know, where they'd been super disciplined and really taking their chances. They had a spell of 5-10 minutes where they let their emotions maybe get to them, and the Devils looked dangerous, and some of the bigger guys like Haddad started taking hold of the game, and you got to give the Devils credit. That was a hell of a fight back to get to 4-4, but again, huge power play goal, going back into the room 1-up. They'll take that all day long.
Well, we're going to duck out now for a little bit, and we'll rejoin you just before the third period with highlights of that incredible second period. But for now, it's Milton Keynes Lightning 5, Cardiff Devils 4. It's going to be an excellent third period upcoming. Make sure you don't miss that. And we're back now for second period highlights of all those goals and that hit. Coming onto your screen right about now, maybe. There we go. We got some highlights.
And just Milton Keynes just picking up where they finished off. You know, the Devils started the first couple of shifts strong, much like the first, but just off the rush, that late guy coming in, the Devils don't really pick him up that well. And it's a great finish. You know, again, we're talking about them taking their chances. When they've had their chances, you've got to say that they've picked them off and taken the opportunities. It's a great finish. Over the near side shoulder, bar down.
And this is that hit there. We've got a couple of angles of this. You see the hit from Bentavolio on Balajon. Slows it down a little bit. Stick comes loose. I'll have a behind the net look here now. And this is where the Devils went down the other way and scored. If you watch Bentavolio now, just follows through a bit with his arms, but bit of an east-west hit, as you were saying there. And as I was just speaking to Mike Hicks, their head of refereeing in the league, effectively it's a referee's discretion on whether or not to actually play that down, but it does lead to that goal, and Tim Wallace was furious after that.
Yeah, and you can see Colleen in the replays. You know, he's not happy. He feels there was contact that didn't give him a fair chance at fronting up. And you can see here, that front, they've kind of got a foot in the crease. But to be fair, the D-man's kind of backing into him. So I think that's how the referees deemed it. That yes, there's a tiny bit of contact, but I think the referees are looking at that and saying it's caused by the defenseman kind of backing him in.
And would that also be partly there's enough of an effort made by Mike Hedden to avoid it?
Yeah, I think so. Because like at the start of the replay there, you kind of see him, and my initial thought was, whoa, he's pretty deep in the crease. But as he gets to the top of the crease and the shots coming in, you can see he's making an effort to try and get out the blue paint. This is the next goal. This is just Milton Keynes just lost their heads a little bit for a few minutes and lost composure. And they got out-battled. The Devils looked hungrier. The Devils looked up for it. When you see your skilled guys just net front battling away, out-battling D-men, that's obviously what Andrew Lord will be happy to see. And Joe Haddad, you know, we've been raving about him in this game. Great to have him back. He's been his old self. He's been dominant. You see behind the net, that's where he's so strong. Head up. Mark Richardson, you know, he knows when to jump, when not to jump. He picks a great moment, a great scene. But again, Milton Keynes will be disappointed, really. There's no one on coverage. But then, power play, we talked about it. Veldick, so strong. Cutting off the wall. It's a great net front. We've got to have a couple of looks here. He gets his head up, but look at the shot. Bouncy can't see anything, but where does the shot go? It goes over right into the top corner. It's a great shot, even without the screen there. But their special teams, you know, we've been raving about their penalty kill. Their power play's got it done straight away. I think if they get out of here with points tonight, he'll be looking at his special teams and saying they were the guys who contributed.
Exactly. It's a 5-4 scoreline now, 20 minutes to go. The last time Milton Keynes were in town, it did go to that extra session. Georges Golovkos was the hero that night for MK, but the Devils start with a very short power play, aggressive already, just held up slightly there as this period gets underway. Fournier now is a man out in front. 5 seconds left on the power play, and it is going to be another penalty kill. Successful kill for MK, but there's a chance there as Hedden tries to redirect that one past Colleen, put it on net. Out in front now, Colleen, great work there to deny him on the first chance, but it's a follow-up goal, and we're all tied up early in the third period, 5-5. Another strike there for Joey Martin.
They get the penalty kill finish, but confusion down low. Nobody picking up net front, and that's where the damage is done. Sean Bentavolio is just left wide open. Colleen makes the stop. He's done his part. Joey Martin following up. Just what the Devils want. First shift, tie the game back up. Tim Wallace and his team will be disappointed because, again, that's too easy really from their part. There's a breakdown. I think it's probably because the guy coming out the box is actually a D-man, so they end up with 3 D-men, so one of them's playing as a forward, really. But even so, they should really know how to play that situation. Having a guy net front wide open, that's where the damage is done. That's just too easy, but makes for an interesting final 19 minutes. There's 10 goals already in this game.
And that's the ideal start for Andrew Lord and his Devils side, all tied up at 5, but they'll be a bit unhappy. They've allowed 5 from Milton Keynes, but they're back on the attack now. Joey Haddad, he's already got a point to this one. Off the post there from Reddick. I'm not sure if Ulmer may have got a tip out in front, but MK come the other way now. Pass out in front just ahead of David Norris. Put in pressure on Drew Schissel. Does very well. Just bears down on those edges, and it's over to Langley now. Langley trying to find it out in front, but good stick work from Moorbeck. Really end-to-end stuff to start this third period as MK come through. Armstrong dumps that into the corner. Langley can't collect, does so at the second time of asking, finds Fournier. Potential break here for the Devils. Up to head and across to Dixon, over to Langley just between his feet, slows him up slightly, but Devils possession there, dumped into the corner. So this is strong work from Dixon along the boards as the Devils, let's get set up again now. Trying to get that man sneak into the net front as the Devil on the right-hand side is being completely left wide open. Chance there, couldn't be tipped in front, but it's exactly what Andrew Lord would have wanted. It's exactly what he'd be telling his guys to do in that second period break. Devils look very hungry, but MK do get it out.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want those long shifts, control the puck in the ozone, but this is where Milton Keynes are dangerous. When they get a break, they've taken their opportunities. You've seen it when they were here before, pre-Christmas. We've seen it so far in this game. They've really got to limit what they give them.
Golovkos with great work there, held up along the boards. There was a holding call in the second period. That was a lot more of an obvious one, but nothing called on that one as Matt Pope tries to dance his way through. Balajian just trying to find Meadle there. It's good to see Balajian's back in the game after that hit from Sean Bentavolio, but he's back in the game. He's already got 2 tonight. Big hit there from Evan Sejan. He's been one of the defensive standouts tonight for MK. The Devils still in the attacking zone here now. Myers behind the net. Plays it to Batch. Batch takes a shot, looking for a tip out in front, and Colleen swallows that one up. Good save there from the goaltender.
Yeah, the Devils starting strong. The big bodies in particular, you know, that lineman, when they've got Livingstone, when they've got Pope, when they've got Haddad, when they've got Myers, when they've got those guys out there, they're absolutely just controlling the puck down low. And then they're getting to net, creating havoc in net front, creating layers, creating screens, and that's where the Devils will get lots of joy with those guys. From Milton Keynes' point of view, again, like we talked about in the first, they just got to be careful that they're trying to play man on man, but they got to be careful they don't sit off too much, because when the Devils get on their cycle and they get these shifts, they're going to create offense and they're going to end up getting pucks to net.
Devils shot out in front, tipped in front by Joey Martin, but Colleen stops that one. It was a turnover in the offensive zone as Norris is just going to dump that one in. I think Milton Keynes may just be looking to play a bit more defensive in this period, just get those tired legs some rest and be a bit more opportunistic more than attacking, as Hedden just about keeps that one there, but only as far as George Golovkos, who's turning with speed now. Few stick handles, trying to get past his man and swiped away from Mark Richardson. Crucial there, because when Golovkos is going, he's very dangerous. MK on their first real attack now. Valdix over to Golovkos, back pass to Armstrong, stops up there. Moorbeck. Golovkos, quick pass, just a little bit too quick for Nelson Armstrong. No, but good response from Milton Keynes. 15:42 to go in regulation. It's a tied game. Milton Keynes being dangerous. Golovkos Plays that to Armstrong. Shot comes in just wide of the cage, though. Nothing to trouble bounds.
Milton Keynes look dangerous. That line in particular with Glokov, like, he's a threat every time he gets on the puck. He skates great. He's not scared to attack defensemen. That last pass was a little bit rushed. They had some good ozone control, but that movement in the ozone, all 5 guys get moving. The D-men as well get moving, and they make it hard defensively to cover them. You know, they're going to get some looks still, but what they don't want to do is they don't want to give the Devils anything easy. The Devils, on the other hand, really just want to build shift after shift, build the pressure like we saw through that second period. Get one shift into another and really start to try and get those extra bodies and the tiredness to take part of the game.
The shot comes in on the left-hand side, just troubles bounce slightly, but he covers that one up. It's a good rush. I think it may have been Owen Griffiths, potentially. You see on the replay here now, coming down the left-hand side, just battles away, gets that shot there, springs loose, and it was Griffiths who, you know, it's going to be difficult for the staff here to actually pick a man of the match for Milton Keynes. There's been quite a few who deserve it.
Yeah, Wallace has been outstanding. The goaltender, I mean, it's hard to blame him on any of the goals right now. He's kind of been left short on those ones, and he's dealing with the rest of that he has to. But Griffiths and Shooter and the young guys are certainly playing their role. Defensively, the guys are battling. But you got to say Wallace right now is led from the front. Player coach, leading by example.
Schistel on the puck with a bit of speed now, turns. Big hit there from Griffin. Good old school hit check. Just about makes contact to slow Schistel up, but the Devils will retain the puck here in the corner. Griffiths behind his own net just turns and gets away from Matthew Myers. Gets away from Livingston and just gets that out the zone. Great work there from Owen Griffiths as MK with the puck now. Wallace, the player coach, the man leading by example tonight, couldn't quite find Masnek, who jumped up into the rush, and the Devils pick it up. It's Schistel and Reddick matching up there. Pass there, Hedden's all alone. Good stick lift and a great save there from Patrick Colleen. There's 2 bits of defensive excellence there. It's a stick lift on Hedden and the save with Colleen, but here come the Devils again. Winds up down low to Langley. Maybe wanted that on the other foot because that just handcuffed him slightly. Out in front again. Fans on the shot. Still with the puck is Mike Hedden. Being hounded defensively by Michael Fine, and MK survived that bit of pressure, but Devils with a neutral zone turnover. A few tired legs there, may just want to reset and go for a change, but Fournier under pressure from Wallace, forced him back in his own zone defensively. Great shift there for Milton Keynes.
Yeah, the Devils, Longley, Head and Martin all on the ice. And you got to say, when that line's out there, you're going to expect to see some offense. Those guys are dangerous. Hedden looks sharp tonight as well. There was a little bit of confusion that just started that. Hedden got in behind the Milton Keynes D, and I think Wallace had picked him up, but then kind of like looked like he was trying to hand him off to the D, but I don't think the D had really picked up he was there. So that long stretch pass was on, but they got away with it. They're starting to look a little tired, a little bit ragged. I think they'll want to get a little bit more structure. They'll be quite happy for the game to get a little bit more stop-start and a few more whistles and a chance to get a breather. But you got to say, as the game winds down in this third period, you know, they'll definitely be thinking about how that game finished last time here pre-Christmas in November. Tight game like this. Late goal for them then. Took them to overtime. They'll be confident that they've still got offense, but they've just got to cut that stuff. The easy turnovers and the mistakes. That sort of stuff is the stuff they've got to take out the game. They need to play percentages right now. They need to get pucks in the Devil zone. Get on the forecheck. Have the puck in front of you. Get 5 bodies between the puck and your own net. There's just too much little sloppy stuff in the neutral zone right now that's hurting them.
Yeah, as you see the turnover there, possibly a result of some tired legs as the Devils are running riot in the offensive zone, just really hounding them down now. Pass there, just disrupted, but Lewis recovers it at the blue line. Haddad now, a few big bodies on the ice for the Cardiff Devils. Haddad over to Lewis, just puts a speculative effort on net. can't quite get it. Haddad just trying his best to keep that one in the zone, but it does look as though Milton Keynes will just about get that one out. Balajian on the puck now. Over to Mazanek. Golovkov's again there. Deflected. Golovkov's all the way through. Couldn't quite get through. Just disrupted by the body, the big body of Mark Lewis. But dangerous signs once again. Every time Golovkov is on the ice, he has intentions of either finding the back of the net himself or making sure a teammate does. As MK are on the attack here now. Valdix out in front to block there. Golovkov's great save there from Ben Bounds. Golovkov's looking as though he was surely getting a goal there.
This line, you got to feel this is the line that's going to get it done maybe for MK. The last 3 times they've been on the ice, they've created. Valdix, Golovkov looks so dangerous. That's a huge stop by Ben Bounds, though. I feel he felt like that was popping out a little bit like the goal we just saw the Devils score. The original stop made you kind of feel it just popping out into the slot. It was going to be half an empty net, but Bouncy flashed the glove. I think that's a huge stop when you really look back at that one and we get a real good look at it. I think that's going to be a big moment for the Devils. But that line is so dangerous right now. They're playing full of confidence. They certainly, on offense, don't play like an 11th place team, that's for sure.
MK back on the puck here now, straight on the attack after that near chance by George Golovkov. Like you said, Jamie, that looks to be the line that's really going to get MK going and potentially put them ahead again as it's still tied at 5, just nearing 10 minutes to go in regulation as the Devils take the puck here now in their own zone. Richardson with a stretch pass and then a wasted effort, but Fournier does well to recover into the zone now. Colleen comes out to sweep that one around. And Shudra with a great battle along the boards with Matthew Myers just to stop him from getting that one. Pope just about touches that to avoid an icing call and wins the race to get that as well as the Devils are going for a change. Shudra can't chip that one away but still keeps the puck now for MK. Myers puts that behind the net and it is going to be Owen Griffiths once again picks that one up. Dancing around a few guys, takes a bit of a tumble there. No tripping call on the play but does very well. Owen Griffiths to come out of that one still with the puck.
Yeah, he's playing with a ton of confidence. I mean, we talked about him being a younger guy, a guy getting an opportunity in his rookie year in the Elite League, but you know, this is what we talked about. Guys like that going down to teams like Milton Keynes where there's not as big a budget, obviously the lineup isn't as deep. He's getting tons of opportunity and tons of responsibility, and the way he's playing, you wouldn't imagine he's one of the younger guys in his first Elite League year. He's playing with a ton of confidence. He's coming out the D zone. He's pulling moves. I think sometimes, I'm sure his coach probably wants him to simplify a little bit, but he's playing with a ton of confidence out there for them right now.
And there's another shot blocked there from Griffin, who's skating very gingerly to the bench. I caught him right up in the ankles. A big hit there. And as I play it down, it's Radek Meadle, and the whistle will go this time. See whether or not there's anything there. Mazanuk wants a piece of Livingston. We'll have to see if we can get another replay of that one. It did look as though it could have been incidental contact, but a replay will hopefully clear that one up for us. Maybe not. Difficult to tell from that angle, but Meadle is still down on the ice. It does look as though there was a collision between himself and James Livingston. Meadle is down, looked immediately in a lot of discomfort, surrounded by some excellent training staff here now. Holding his shoulder, it appears, so whether or not that's shoulder to shoulder, not too sure, but worrying signs for Milton Keynes. Again, it's difficult to tell from that angle what exactly is hit first. The head definitely makes a jerking motion, but whether or not it's definitive enough to say that was hit to the head, he is holding that shoulder very, very gingerly as he's applauded off the ice here. Now, it's great to see the MK fans and the Devils fans here applauding him off the ice in a lot of discomfort. I don't think we'll be seeing him back in the game, but you know, that's definitely going to be something that's going to be a talking point on the way home for MK. See whether or not there's worth a look maybe for supplementary discipline. But the angles we've seen, not too clear, I would say.
Yeah, it's really tough to tell. I mean, they've obviously had 2 there, which I'm sure they'll be asking the officials to look at again post-game. And so it's so hard to tell. That, to be fair, the officials have such a tough job. At game speed, so many of these hits are so marginal that, you know, there's certainly both hits were not hits that were targeting. You can't say that they were targeted hits, but you know, him and Livingstone, they have 2 big bodies, and they're coming in. You know, it's really hard to say, but you certainly don't want to see guys going off injured. Milton Keynes already down. They're in a tough spot right now. The one thing you don't want to see is guys looking like they're getting injured. You don't want to see that for them. You don't want to see guys getting injured, and it puts them in a spot here really where they're down to 8 forwards now for 9 minutes, and that's going to be tough late on in the game.
Benevolio now just dancing around his man, still with the puck. Benevolio can't quite direct that one on net. Looks like no one knows where the puck is. Colleen's got it, and there's a few punches thrown behind the net. It's Hedden and someone there. I think that's Mazanek behind the net potentially with Mike Hedden. Frustrations boiling over for Milton Keynes. Is that a direct result of that hit?
And they gotta make sure they keep their calm here. There was already a penalty on the play. I think he's trying to draw him in. I think they knew they had the initial penalty on the play, Milton Keynes. So I think he's trying to draw Hedden in.
Well, it is Mazanek and Hedden both in the box. Mazanek's being ushered over to the locker room, so whether or not that's a game misconduct or just a 10-minute misconduct this late in the game, we'll see when the official penalties get announced. But it looks though Milton Keynes just lost Radek Meadle and then now losing Mazanek as well. Martin Mazanek is going, whether or not it's game misconduct or anything more, just a 10-minute, we'll wait to find out. But he's going, but he's going slowly.
Well, the officials have got a major penalty, so I can only assume that they feel that there was head contact made because he was kind of going back and forth, but he's arguing to the officials saying that it was from his shirt being pulled and he was coming forward, but at the same time I think he was trying to exaggerate it a little bit to pull the Devils into a penalty. But to be fair, all 4 officials were there. It puts Milton Keynes in a tough spot.
There is 5 minutes on the board for Martin Mazanek on that one, just 2 for Mike Hedden, so wait to see what the official call is. There is someone skating over to serve that penalty for Mazanek, and it is going to be Harry Ferguson coming over, so right call to send the youngster who's not had too much ice time tonight rather than send one of the key guys. It's still a tight game. It's going to be a lot more ice out there though, with 2 minutes of 4-on-4 and then a 3-minute major power play for the Cardiff Devils.
And what Tim Wallace can't have right now is he can't lose guys out of his lineup, but he can't be penalty killing. And he's ended up with both. He's ended up with a guy out the lineup injured, putting him down to 8 forwards, and probably his most aggressive D-man and penalty killer right now. He's taken a major penalty and is out of the game with 9 minutes to go.
Benevolio across the blue line now. A lot of ice out there into the legs of Fournier. Back to Benevolio. He's got Richardson wide open on that left-hand side. Richardson looking across ice. Shot there. Not sure whether or not Colleen may have got a piece of that. That could have been crucial if he did. We didn't quite catch what the actual penalties were. I'm not sure if any of the guys on the gantry can find out for us. But it is a 4-on-4 situation now as Golovkos is on the puck. Very dangerous every time he's in the offensive zone. Sejan just comes out the zone as Griffin gets that one back for them. Sejan with that 4-on-4 turned over now. Charles Langley on the left-hand side, but he doesn't have the numbers he needs. So it is 5 minutes actually to Martin Mazanek for headbutting on that one. And 2 minutes for roughing against Mike Hedden. I'd have to see the replay again, but looking at what Hedden's doing in terms of where his hand is, pulling the shirt. I don't know whether or not it did look as though the heads made contact, but I don't think it was intentional at all by Mazanec. I think it was just as a result of having his shirt pulled.
Yeah, I think he was trying to goad Hedden in, and he knew he had a hold of the shirt, and I think, you know, he was trying to make it look a little bit more than it was, and there was definitely head contact, but I don't think, personally, I don't know whether that was an intentional headbutt. I think the refs can actually call attempted headbutting, but they've called it as a 5+ match for headbutting. So they were happy that there was enough head contact. To be fair, the refs were in there, the officials and the linesmen were in there quick.
Ulmer takes a shot there, just stick explodes on him now. And MK catching the Devils on a break here. Balagion takes a shot just over the bar there. That could have been the hat-trick goal for Balagion as the Devils are about to return to full strength here now and go to work on a 3-minute major power play. 6:49 to go in the game. Could this be the break that the Devils needed? They've needed a couple of breaks tonight, and this could be another one for them as Martin under pressure there from player coach Wallace, who's had one fine game for him. Langley still with the puck there. Looks like everyone thought maybe it was offside. Benevolio under pressure, drops that back to Martin, out in front, tip just wide there from Lane Ulmer. Hope now back to Martin again. Martin comes in close the angle, shoots and scores! Joey Martin puts the Devils ahead on the power play. 6-5 now. What a game of hockey we've had here in Cardiff as the Hats come onto the ice for the hat-trick goal for number 88. Just the second hat-trick by a Devils player this year.
And we talked about Joey Martin earlier on. Having another great year, but you just kind of feel like his year's ramping up at the right time. He's on a streak right now, scoring goals in big games, games that are tight, games that could go either way for the Devils. 2 last weekend, but they could have come out with nothing. Another game tonight, hat-trick in a game where they've really struggled to put this Milton Keynes team to bed. And the thing now is that the penalty doesn't come off the clock. It's a major penalty, so the Devils have got 3 minutes of power play regardless. It's a go-ahead goal, but they still have over 2 minutes on the power play.
Milton Keynes straight away aggressive on the penalty kill once again, still killing for a little while longer. 2:06 left on the power play to Martin Mazanec. Martin, the hat-trick hero now for the Devils, just playing it down. Schistel's on the puck now. He's got Martin open on the left. Elects to go back to Mike Hedden. Haddad down to Martin once more. Back to Haddad. Langley, I apologize. Hedden under a bit of pressure there from some MK players. Morbeck's involved. Dixon comes out of that one though. Back to Schistel. Winds up, takes a shot off the body of James Griffin. He's going to be black and blue in the morning. Tries again, another block by Griffin. Crucial stick there from Morbeck to stop that one. Reaching Martin, going for his 4th. So the Devils keep possession here. 1:24 to go on the power play. Winds up from Schistel. Shot goes wide there. Trouble in there for Milton Keynes. He can't seem to get the puck and get this one out the zone. They desperately need a change. Out in front there to Martin. And that is going to be cleared the length of the ice. James Griffin, though, I don't know how many shots he's blocked today, but he's blocked a lot.
Yeah, he's put in a shift and a half back there. He's been physical. He's blocking shots. But this is where it's tough. You know, they've come into the game, obviously fairly short benched already. You're now in a spot in the last 5 minutes where you've lost 2 of your key guys. You've got a 3rd guy sitting in the box for 5 minutes serving a major penalty for you. You're really down. The number of guys you got killing is down.
The Devils just go offside there. 4:32 to go to watch the goal here again. Martin just waits and waits. Closes down the angle for himself, then shoots. And that's straight through against Patrick Lee. And it's 6-5 now. And for Milton Keynes, I would agree they can feel aggrieved today. They've had opportunities, maybe a few calls haven't quite gone their way, you would imagine, but still in this game. 4:25 to go.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Wallace will want to just finish this kill, and they've got 4 minutes to go and find a game tire, and That's the position they were in November, and they got it done. So they certainly won't feel like they're out of the game, but I think tiredness is going to be crucial for them. How fresh are they? They've obviously had guys who've iced a lot of minutes already, and like I say, they're down a few bodies late here, but the way they've been offensively, you wouldn't write them off right now. They just finished the kill. They're back to even strength. 4 minutes to go now.
And to come away from that penalty kill, just conceding the one. Crucial there for Tim Wallace as the music just randomly decided to stop, and the referee's going to blow that one down. 3:43 to go, and just like you said there, you touched on it there, Jamie. Milton Keynes, last time they were in this building, were in a very similar position late in the game. With 2 minutes to go, George Golovkos gets the game-tying goal, then scores in overtime. They've done it once before. 3:43 to go. The way they played offensively, if they can get Golovkos out there with Balajian like they have right now, there could still be some drama left in this game.
Yeah, with the guys they got in the lineup and how they've looked offensively, this line in particular, you wouldn't write them off. You feel like they've got another 1 or 2 grade A chances left in the tank. It's just whether somebody can bury something, but if the Devils are smart, they want to play ozone hockey. They want to get the right guys on the ice, manage the puck, take Milton Keynes' offensive time away from them, because this is the line we've talked about. Every time they're on the ice, if they get this end of the ice, they look like they're going to create. So, game's far from over yet.
Devils do get it out the zone now. Morissette has got Myers streaking to the middle, just toe drives that one back around, keeps that play alive. Reddick can't keep that in the zone, and MK could break here, but good body position in there from James Livingston. But MK do recover it. Valdez across to Golovkos, the man we've just spoken about, winds up looking for that tip, does get the tip, but can't quite go goal bound. Not sure if a Devils player may have got their body in the way, but very encouraging sign for MK late in the game. Less than 3 minutes to go. Balajian, this line has been out there for quite some time. Couldn't quite keep possession. Schisto gets it, but he is under pressure from Golovkos, but the Devils will just about get out, and both teams go for a change. But if you're Tim Wallace, seeing your team buy in offensively this late on in the game, just a goal down, you're going to be very happy with the effort, not just in the last few moments, but throughout the game, as Wallace himself tries clearing out in the zone, and dive in play there from Lewis to spring his team the other way. Crucial dive.
Yeah, Tim Wallace, he'll feel confident that they've still got something in the tank here, and rightly so. But what they've got to do is that they've got to get out their D zone quick. They want to get the Devils under pressure. They carved out a great opportunity. They made the right play, backdoor for that redirect, and I thought it was there. Didn't quite come off for them on that last shift, but if that one review was a coach's challenge, that could be crucial now, because that means they don't have their timeout. This is where that actually really comes into play, but we might see the goalie go.
Patrick Colleen's out at the edge of his crease there, looking to go to the bench. Whether or not he's on his way now, with 1:35 to go in regulation. It's still 6-5 to the Cardiff Devils. Milton Keynes Lightning fans over in Block 12 in full voice, singing and banging their drums. They've been loud all night long. So Patrick Colleen is going to stay in his crease for now. If Milton Keynes win the face-off, he'll probably make a beeline straight to that bench, as Milton Keynes very aggressive on their face-off setup, and there's another face-off violation for the Devils. They can't risk that this late in the game. The Devils do win the face-off, so Colleen stays put for now. But MK in the neutral zone, stumped that one in. Colleen is looking to the bench, waiting for the signal. Devils be happy just to keep playing it down like this. There is going to be an icing call. Colleen still looking to the bench. He's got the signal, so it's empty net now for Milton Keynes.
This is just where it's tough. Obviously, if you've lost your timeout, this would be the moment. This would be the moment that the coach now would probably be calling a timeout. They've got an offensive zone draw. They're pulling the goalie. He'd be talking the guys through how he wants to play the 6-on-5, maybe a set face-off. He hasn't got that, so they've got to go with it.
Face-off violation called by the far linesman there. 1:20 to go in what has been a thrilling game of hockey here in Cardiff Bay. 6-5. It was around this point that Milton Keynes came back last time and it was the man on the puck now. Golovkov's in a similar position as well. Getting that slap shot there. Plays it down low. Golovkov's back on the puck now. Back down low. Back to Golovkov. So just playing 1-2 among each other. Couldn't quite handle that one, but does get it the second time of asking. Again, just mishandled there from Golovkov, and the Devils hounding MK, trying to make sure that they can come away with the puck. And Armstrong does well to move that puck away. Out in front, couldn't quite get it on there, but it's still alive for MK. Armstrong. Golovkov, the Valdex now. 40 seconds left in this game. Is there some late drama to come? Armstrong is happy to move it around the zone, wait for that shooting lane to open. Devils doing very well, getting bodies in those lanes as Golovkov is on the puck here again now. Out in front, speculative effort, just tapped behind from Michael Fine, and Ben Bounds will cover that one up with 22 seconds left in regulation.
And what the Devils unit did great is they really clogged the middle, right, everything right in front of Bounds. He was jammed. There was no one going to be in the slot that was going to get anything. So they were giving him a bit of time at the wall here, down to the goal line. But there was not much for Milton Keynes right in the slot. There was no killer pass on. They needed probably a little bit more movement. They needed guys moving, bit of rotation, because it's got, even though they had control, it's just a bit static.
Devils win the face-off. I can't quite get that out. 10 seconds to go. Under a lot of pressure, stopping Tim Wallace from getting any chance of getting another shot. But MK do come across the line. It's a big collision at the blue line with 4 seconds to go. MK with a crucial face-off here. Depends on where this is going to be. Is this going to be in the Devils zone or outside the blue line? It is going to be outside the blue line, so it's a big ask for MK right now. They need to win the face-off and straight away hope that any shot can get past Ben Bounds to tie this one up. But it's 6-5 with 4 seconds left. Devils win the face-off there, and the time will tick down here in the Viola Arena. And the Cardiff Devils come from behind to take a 6-5 victory over the Milton Keynes Lightning. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty at times, but Cardiff keep their title ambitions alive with the 2 points tonight. Tough loss for Milton Keynes, but what a fantastic game of hockey.
Well, exciting right to the end. Tim Wallace is pretty understandably upset on the ice. I mean, first of all, he led by example. He put in a shift and a half, but he got the backup from his team. Every single guy bought in. Every single guy gave absolutely 100%. To come out of the game with nothing at all, they're going to be bitterly disappointed. But like you said, there's a couple of talking points, and I think obviously when he gets in the room now, he's going to feel like none of those talking points went his way. Whether rightly or wrongly, it's hard to say. Obviously, he'll look back at the video and decide, but a couple of calls not made that they felt should have. That major penalty being the final blow at the end, because the Devils get the game winner on that. Again, questioning whether or not he felt that was the right call, but it's tough. It's tough when you feel like your back's against the wall and you're down there and everything's against you. You feel like nothing's going your way, and they had one of those nights tonight where they did everything they could, literally put everything out there, and probably feel like they didn't get what they deserved.
So it's a tough loss for Milton Keynes, but there's a few standout guys for them. Who would your pick for man of the match be?
Well, I think first of all, they'll say Wallace. Wallace was outstanding from, both ends of the ice, put in a shift and a half. He's got coaching responsibilities as well, and he certainly, like, when the guys are looking at him, he's getting the job done. But every time Golokov's got the puck, you can't help but be impressed. Every time he's on the puck, things are happening. He's dangerous. You can see the D-men are wary of him. Every time he was out there for me, that was when MK looked at the most dangerous. You've got to give a mention to Owen Griffiths as well. He's a local lad. He came through the Cardiff system. We talked about him a few times on the show. He put in a shift and a half. Great penalty kill. Got an assist on one of the early MK goals in the first period. I think the Wallace one, the third goal. Credit to him. He's come up from the league below and he's getting it done for them as well.
It was fantastic effort. It was Robbie Balagion who actually gets man of the match honours for the Milton Keynes Lightning as they skate off the ice and their fans stay to see the rest of the post-game presentations. It's great to see so many of them in Cardiff for this one. They always travel very well. We wish them all, the fans and the players, a safe trip home tonight, and hope that all of you watching back in Milton Keynes or wherever you are have enjoyed tonight's game as the post-game presentations continue. Man of the match for the Cardiff Devils next. It's got to be one man, the hat-trick hero.
Yeah, you'd feel pretty hard done by if it wasn't, but maybe a dangerous sign for the rest of the league that Joey Martin's really just taking his season from very good into normal Joey Martin levels, which is he's starting to dominate games. He's starting to look really dangerous. You know, it's not about guys just scoring points. It's about where they get their points. You know, what games and what situations they get it. And you feel like Joey Martin at this point is turning up when the Devils need a go-to guy and taking games with the scruff of the neck and getting the Devils over the line. And that's what he's done for numerous years here. And you just feel like going into a huge weekend next weekend, a pretty much title-deciding weekend for both teams, that it's an important time for Joey Martin to be coming into his best form of the year.
And it is Joey Martin who will be taking the beers to the locker room, or champagne it looks like, actually. It looks like there's enough to go around the entire team, but they'll have to ration that one out. But Martin, great performance, takes his goals total up to 26 on the year, leading the Cardiff Devils, one of the league leaders as well in terms of goals this season. Another impressive performance and spirited comeback for the Cardiff Devils. A few key moments at the side of the game had Martin involved, but they do skate away with a 6-5 victory. That's going to be it for us here on IceTime.TV. It's been a pleasure to have you joining us. From myself, Ollie Hampson, Jamie Elson, and the rest of the crew here with IceTime.TV. We'll leave you with the bouncy wave and hope you've enjoyed your hockey wherever you are. Thank you.